2. Hello, Midwest Speedfest! My name is Turtle, and I am here today to present to you Bow Path of the Teal Lotus Any % Unlimited. This is an indie metroidvania that released just this summer from some new devs, like brand new indie devs. It's really cool. It has some amazing movement mechanics, very much a lot of inspiration from Ori, from Hollow Knight, visual inspiration of Okami. There's a little sprinkle of Celeste tossed in there, which I'll show off at the end. And it has a really cute plushie. Look at Bo. Bo's little plushie. Got little feetsies. A little earring. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. I love this game, and I love the plushie, but I love the game. So we're going to speedrun it. Goal time for this submission is 1:25. We have a loadless timer, which you can see both above me, and you can see in the game in the top cameras are the top this corner. So that does not include time spent in loading or menuing, or main menuing, but it's not a ton of time that is lost to the pause load timer. So 1:25, probably like a 1:24 in game is what I'm hoping to shoot for. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get that 1:25 timer started on the game. And we will begin in not 3, 2, 1, because this game actually begins from first input. So we're going to do a little cutscene skip, and it's like 3, 2, 1, go. Cool. So yeah, welcome to Bow Path of the Teal Lotus. This game is gorgeous. First and foremost, this game looks so good. Like, I love this art style. I'm super hyped for Okami 2 coming out sometime because chef's kiss, you know? And Bow absolutely makes the best use of this like Japanese watercolor traditional style in all of its artwork. It's so good. I tell ya, it's so good. So here we are. Bow right now does not have a weapon, does not have any abilities aside from jumping, and we're going to go and talk to Asahi, who's going to give us the first ability. So Bow is the protagonist of the game. Asahi is sort of a like mentor figure who like shows up throughout the run. He's like, hey, this is what you need to do. Here's where you're going to go next. Do a little quest for me or whatever. He's also a big tsundere about it. Asahi is very much like, oh, I don't actually like you, but you can keep my tea kettle. It's fine. I didn't mean to leave it behind or anything. Baka. It's his dialogue is great. I love Asahi. But his first quest for us, which we haven't even gotten from him yet, he gives us the stick, and then he wants us to do another little thing before he actually gives us the quest. We just save quit to warp around a little bit faster because speedrun. But his first quest is for us to collect some bamboo to make our stick even stronger. And so we're going to do that, and I'm sure as we go through this first quest, nothing is going to, interrupt the quest or pose any grave threat for the entire rest of the game or anything, or foreshadowing as a narrative device. Oh, a giant explosion. Oops, jinxed that, didn't you, Turtle? Aw, shucks. Man, that giant, spooky, scary skeleton in the background. Oh, that sure looks intimidating. Bet he won't be a threat later. Cough. Foreshadowing is a narrative device, but yeah. When we come back here, Asahi is totally like, he doesn't care. He's just going to give us the upgrade that lets our staff break through these walls. He also accidentally leaves behind his tea kettle, which is it's our mana bar, basically. We regain mana by hitting enemies, so gonna want to be doing that a lot for both, damage reasons and mana, and, also speedrun things. But, yeah, it's how we heal at the start of the game. Healing costs 5 T to use. We're hopefully not going to be doing that all too much, although there definitely will be some points in the game where maybe I'm just going to want to, but you are now getting to see sort of the meat and potatoes of Bow's movement. When Bow hits something, either a breakable background object, a lantern, or an enemy, Bow gets this blue glow about him, right? And so that allows Bow to refresh his movement in midair. So that means I get a jump in the air. It means later on I'll get another ability in the air. Not one I have yet, so don't worry about it too much, but basically it turns the game into like the floor is lava, which is so much fun. You'll see that with this first boss. Hopefully I will be able to hit Kirikiribozo 33 times without ever touching the ground ever. You're going to see a lot of these hits go back really fast because when you change direction of your attack, the game doesn't put it on cooldown. So if you try to just attack like left a bunch, then you're going to have a cooldown between each of those attacks. But if you attack left, up, down, or left, right, up, or something like that, you can attack way faster. And so by doing that, we just kind of obliterate the first boss. Easy peas, lemon squeeze. Trust me, there will be more bosses in the game that pose a threat. But for now, we get our first major ability upgrade, which is the Bamboo Bat. This is pretty similar to Ori's Bash. The only difference is that you don't get thrown in the opposite direction of the projectile. Also, unlike Ori's Bash, you can't do it on literally everything in the game. You can only do it on certain objects that are coded blue. Oh, I pushed in the wrong direction. Oh, that's so stinky of me. It's fine. Yeah, only objects that are coded blue, like these Armapillos here. We're going to take this one over to unlock the next area of the game. Bopping straight up. Trying to set up for a thing here that I'm a little bit bad at. Come on, Armapillo. Okay. Oh, he might be... Yeah, he's too far down. So if you get him to like sit on top of this ledge, you can bash the Armapillo into that wall and skip some of the Asahi dialogue, where basically Asahi tells you like, oh, you're like tiny and weak. You need to like prove yourself by getting me a soup ingredient. What soup ingredient? You have to kill a super hard boss, actually. Ha, idiot, because he's a tsundere. So we unlock the Uzumaki Cave? It's a Japanese word that I don't know. We unlock the caves, and we will descend down here in order to find our second boss. And, you know, some more ability upgrades. Because that little mushroom that we rescued from Kirikiri Bozo earlier, his name is Shimeji. He's a pretty cool dude. He's not a tsundere. And in fact, he gives us a ton of goodies, like this. Chomper. Chomper is a Daruma, which are the spells in this game. So use your mana pool, your T. And Chomper is a basic fireball. Each spell in the game, each Daruma has 3 levels. 1 is the base. 1 is unlocked when you get to enough heat in combat. So you get heat, you can see that little bar on the left of the screen with the little fire on it. That is gained by basically staying in the air. You can hear it whistling right now, and that means I have Chomper upgraded to level 2. Unfortunately, I couldn't defeat that thing fast enough, but it's fine. Bash this way, bash this way. Taking a little bit of damage, sort of unintentionally, it's fine. Bash back at him. Okay, there we go. So yeah, basically by staying in the air for long, we get this heat meter that you can see my mouse circling to rise up, which gets us upgrades to our spells. The level 3 is upgraded later. You have to get them to level 2 permanently by visiting a certain vendor, and then the heat upgrade gets you to level 3. But we don't have the access to that vendor yet, so for now, we are stuck at level 1 to level 2 on the heat upgrade. But that is pretty much all we need for some of the early bosses anyways, because you're not expected to have, you know, the level 3 upgrade yet, but it's fine. So Shimeji here has the way for us to get to the next area that we need to, but he has a problem and he needs us to help. So if you know the anime Demon Slayer, if you watch Demon Slayer, you might recognize a little bit of this next quest here, because Shimeji has 4 little Armapillos that he is like the shepherd for. He dresses in cute little costumes, and they've all gotten lost. We need to get his 4 Armapillos back to him. So this is... I watched Demon Slayer, I promise. It was like years ago, though. That's green. Green is honestly one of my... I'm really bad at getting green into the proper hole for green. Hi, bow. Okay. But Nezuko, I do remember Nezuko's name. Nezuko is the exact same lineup, and I'm way better at Nezuko for some reason. So yeah, basically, you need to return the Armapillos to Shimeji, but the hitbox is always active for that, even when it's off screen. So you can just hit them to him from way off screen, and it's much faster than walking them all the way over. You just need to know the lineups which I am hopefully gonna... Oh my god. Blue. Okay, we're gonna have to go... Okay, that's the same as the lineup that I do for the other two. Okay. Usually there's a better lineup for him, for blue, but I messed it up, so it's fine. So we defeat that enemy, and now we are at orange. Again, I watched this anime, but I just don't remember their names. Sorry to fans of Demon Slayer. Rip. But there's a reference for you, and we have now returned all 4 of the gang back to Shimeji. He gives us the shiitake, because it's a key, and he's a mushroom. So, shiitake, get it? Because shiitake? Shiitake. This game's good. But yeah, no, the dads like to have fun with this, and I do too, which is why I'm playing it. But, so you can see how the jump resets really help us like climb and maneuver through areas super, super well. And it's only going to get even better after we beat this boss. But before that, this is one of the hardest skips in the game, in my opinion, because I'm bad at it. So we're going to mess it up. We're going to immediately mess it up. Oh, okay, it's fine. We'll get some backups. We'll get some backups. Cool. Okay, oh, we're through. So yeah, basically, by hitting those background objects, you refund your double jump. They break permanently, though, or at least until you leave the room and come back in. So you only get one shot at doing that trick before you have to leave the room and come back in. We managed it, even though I had a little bit of a spugga going on. And now we find our second boss, and the first actually difficult boss, the particularly unmanageable Armadillo. So you can see from there, Hua has a big hitbox. And it is rather easy to walk into it, especially while you are trying to avoid... hitting these mushrooms, which bounce you super high and therefore away from the boss. So, you know, you want to be like on the boss and hitting the boss constantly and stuff. So it's a little difficult to consistently damage Pua, but particularly unmanageable. Pua, that's what I call him. I call him Pua. So he goes now into his final desperation phase where he zoops around diagonally like this. We get to throw some more rocks at him while he's doing that. And that will hopefully take out the particularly unmanageable Armadillo, who has now been managed. And with his defeat, we're going to get the tea ingredient, which is his eyeball, apparently. I don't know why eyes make for really good tea, but the tea is legitimately really good. Most upgrades in this game are gotten by drinking tea that a character gives you. So we're going to give Asahi the eyeball. Asahi will give us the tea, and this potent tea will give us the ability... Cutscene, please. Cutscene, please. The Lotus Dash. Yeah, it's speedrun. We love the dash. But yeah, dash in this game is really powerful. One, because hitting an object in midair refreshes the dash. As you can see, that really... hitting an object in midair refreshes the dash just like it refreshes your jump. So you can chain a bunch of hitting an object into dashing into hitting an object, etc. Like you've seen me doing quite a bit so far. And also, the dash has a little bit of an extension mechanic where if you jump at the very end of the dash, well, not at the very end, but in like the middle ending chunk, you keep the dash's momentum while you are jumping. So it's an extended dash, and I believe we call it a shine dash or a spark dash, whatever. I don't really care much about the terminology. I care that it is cool. And so we're going to be using that all over the run, as you can see, to extend our dashes super duper far. And we're going to be chaining dashes together all over the place because it's fun and looks cool and is cool and is fast, which is important in a speedrun. So yeah. Another thing, we unlocked our first charm and charm upgrade. They're called something else in this game, which I can't remember off the top of my head right now because I'm in the middle of talking about like 8 other different things. But yeah, we unlocked our first charm upgrade, and it is Prosperity, which makes all of the Foxfire, the game's currency, that comes from defeated enemies and objects, float to us, because we do need a bit of currency in order to get an upgrade pretty soon. But in the meantime, we're just going to be zooming on around, making the most use out of our new dash, because, again, it's a dash. Speedrun. Oh, I missed the jump. It's fine. Let's go this way instead. But before I continue on, there is something I want to do for later, and that's get another charm. We won't use it for a long while, but this one will be very important come like halfway through the game. And that is confidence. Confidence doubles the damage we take, but increases our damage in return. So, you know, speedrun strats, we're going to make a lot of use of dealing more damage to some of the bosses. But in the meantime, we're just going to dash over this, make sure I don't fall down like an idiot. And we are now onto the bridge. I think it's called like the Uzumaki Bridge. And this is the area with the first really, really, really cool trick to it. I guess that other trick right before the Armakillo boss was cool, but this one. So if you do want to learn this game, there aren't really any mandatory tricks. You can play through this game very vanilla and still get a decent time. However, if you want to get small time saves that look really cool, this game has a ton of those. So I'm going to hopefully be able to show one of those off here, and I'm going to focus up on at least the first attempt, so I don't, you know, make a fool of myself. But it all involves the hitting an object, resetting both your jump and your dash. So pay a lot of attention to what Bo does here. Okay, focus. Oh, okay. The gist of it is that in this area, you're supposed to go hit a bunch of these purple candles, which will open up this door here and let you through. But what you can do instead is pogoing off of the boat refreshes your dash and double jump. So you can dash under the wall and then jump to get back up, pogo off of the boat again in order to get your double jump back again, and basically skip doing this entire little room here. Okay, except I'm messing it up a bunch, which is a little embarrassing, but whatever, it's fine. I guess it's fine. Oh, I also keep accidentally summoning this jellyfish, which means you have to wait for it to attack. There we go. There we go. Oh, yes. That is boat skip. I probably didn't actually save time by doing it, but it looked cool, and that's what matters, right? We're going to make sure we take these jellyfish up and over, so I can hit this next jellyfish. And boop, get all the way through that section without basically ever touching the ground. Ah, this game, like, even allowing for that, it's just so cool. Whoop! Okay, it's fine. We'll have to do a little bit of backup here because there was an attack coming through me that I did not expect. And that kind of messed up my movement, but here we go. Now that we are up here, we can quickly destroy some more candles. Some of the candles are mandatory to proceed. Some of them aren't and can be skipped with cool movement tricks like I've been doing this entire... Hi, Sniper. Hello. Sniper, no sniping, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, I accidentally broke that. It's fine. All right, we need the jelly to come up as high as possible. 1 bounce. 2 bounce, it's dead, and we are over. So yeah, that's another non-mandatory candle. So, that is the jellyfish for following you to the ends of the earth. They will also follow you into this section if you are slow enough. So hopefully I'm not. But yeah, again, we skip the lower purple candle, only go for the upper purple candle. And that's pretty much the end of the purple candles, as we are now getting into the section of my favorite character in this game, who is, you'll see. She's very funny. And you've seen her already, but you're going to see her, you know, up close and personal here. Everyone say hi, Hashihime. Hi, Hashihime. Hashihime asks you if you think her bridge is beautiful or if she's beautiful. I don't remember which one. No matter what you answer, she gets really offended and decides to kill you. It's amazing. And she starts this Ori in the Blind Forest style escape sequence where she chases you a bit with some fire and stuff. She gets bored. She's a little fickle. Oh, I missed the jump to get that. It's fine. who needs to say Walamau? Because the next part, she's like, oh, you survived? You're a little stinky white rat. And yeah, he kind of is a little white rat. But so she's like, oh, do you want more Ori escape sequences? And I, the player, am like, yes, I do, because I love this game. And I love Ori. And I love escape sequences. They're really cool. So we're going to continue on. And once again, basically treat this like the floor is lava. Ow. Except that that is also lava. And then I kind of got off my cycle. It's fine. Basically, treat this section like the floor is lava. Just jumping around off of everything. Do a little skip here where I hit this early. There we are. That's the first time I've touched the floor since the very start. Yep, boat, thank you. We're gonna do another little skip here. That's really scary because I can't see off screen. Oop. Weird things are happening. Trevor, what happened to your game? Okay, I legitimately don't know what just happened there. I might have to report that as a bug to the devs. The devs are usually very good about handling bugs because, you know, they want their game to be playable and good, which it usually is. I legitimately don't know what happened there. That was very weird. But hey, it just means we get to see more escape sequence. Which, you know, we love escape sequence, right? Hell yes. This would be in a real run. Good time for some donations as I do. A little bit of unfortunate backtrack. It's totally fine. Nope. Now I'm also a little bit paranoid about things, which is less than ideal. But okay, let's do this section normally without, you know, skipping most of it. Okay. Ha! That was also the very last obstacle, which of course it was. Sad, but oh well. That's probably the most punishing death in like the entire run, save for maybe a boss fight later, but oh well. Because now that Hashi has failed to kill us with an escape sequence, she's just going to give us a straight up boss fight. This is also my favorite boss fight in the game, because you can't really hit Hashi herself. She's, you know, like a giant. So instead she lights up some candles, which you have to beat up really quickly. They don't have hurt boxes on them like the rest of the candles in the level. So you just absolutely get on top of her and just bludgeon her to death. It's great. If you do this optimally, she basically never gets a chance to attack whatsoever. Okay, so I saw that attack, meaning I was a little slow on phase 2, but phase 3 is just a single candle that you can just sit on top of, accidentally summon some jelly, or actually not kill the jelly, but yeah, no. Beautiful Hashi fight to end off a little bit of a whoopsie in that chase sequence. So, yep, Hashi's really sad. She's like, you're such a meanie. Never come back to my bridge. And we never can, unfortunately. We never get to see Hashi again. So everyone say, bye, Hashihime. Bye, Hashihime. I'll see her next run, don't worry. And, oh yeah, remember the looming threat of the giant skelly man? That's the Gashadokuro, or as I like to call him, Gasha. He is big and scary and stomping around, and we'll see him like once more. He comes out into the background a lot. We skip some of the cutscenes because speedrun. But now that we have beaten basically the tutorial area of the game, we get to Sakura City, which is like the hub from where a bunch of different areas split off. So first off, we do have to do a little cutscene where Asahi is like, Bo, you shouldn't be here. Run! Don't let him see you. Run! And then Bo just stands there. You can't move during this cutscene. Bo just... Everyone say, hi, Sakura Shogun. Hi, Sakura Shogun. We'll see him in about an hour. Trust you me. It'll be, fun. But no, it will be fun, I promise. But yeah, Sakura City is like the hub town. It's a bunch of shops. And then you can splinter off in a couple of different directions from here. The game does sort of intend for you to do one direction. We're not going to, because speedrun. It's actually faster to do another thing instead. So we're going to sort of start off in that direction by setting up a quick save warp to there for later, because when you quit out of the game will respawn you at your last shrine that you've saved at, and so we're going to come back to that. Then actually, we do need to do some shopping, mostly because this game has a fast travel quest. And to do the fast travel quest, to unlock fast travel, you have to go around the city grabbing all of these tablet fragments, which is meant to introduce you to all the shops, being like, hey, this guy upgrades your tea kettle. This guy that I'm about to talk to upgrades your health amount, etc., etc. So we go through, we talk to all of them, we get all of their tablets, and that will let us access fast travel for later, which, you know, speedrun, we like fast travel. It is fast, it is travel, as the name would suggest. So after talking to the health guy, there's another important shop that we'll be coming back to later, actually. That is the weapon shop, where you can get your weapon upgrade, your stat. It's pretty basic upgrades. They just deal more damage. We can't get one right now. And unfortunately, the maximum damage is locked behind a different side quest where the owner of the shop is like stuck somewhere. But we can get one upgrade in the middle of the run later from the assistant. And then lastly, the best shop. This is Dano's shop, the Daruma shop. So the Daruma are the spells that I mentioned, and this is finally where we get to upgrade them. So we need to actually upgrade one of them anyways, in order for him to trust us enough to sell us the tablet. So we upgrade Chomper, our fireball, and then we go and buy the tablet. But even more than that, some of these spells on display here are actually really, really strong. And in particular, Ken, who is Kenuff. There's a really cool trick that you can do with Ken that I am just completely inconsistent at. Can barely hit, especially in like a tense run where I'm trying to do it fast and running out of mana to use it. So I don't go for it in like actual runs. I do need to learn it though, because it's good. Ken is good. We will still be using him for a boss fight because Ken is still good even without that ability. So hi Daichi. And Daichi has the last tablet fragment, which we now have. We have unlocked fast travel. I mean, we need to talk to Daichi first, where he does a little psychic Professor X brain transfer. And that actually is what unlocks fast travel. So fast travel is not unlocked. We will be using it in like 10 minutes by. Because save quitting is also very fast, so long as we have a recent save that's in a convenient spot, which we do. I set that up intentionally. So with that, here we are at Megumi Mountain. This is an area that you can get to early, but it's not actually what you're intended to do early. I am doing a little bit of a sequence break. Oh, whoop, whoop. Okay, cool. We somehow survived, it's fine. But yeah, doing a little bit of a sequence break, which will come into play in a bit. But first, doing a little minor skip there by just hitting that guy from the wrong angle. Doing a little skip here by just climbing the room really fast. Oop! Oh, and I fell down, no! Oh, big sad. Okay. Let's go over here, jump hit you. Okay, so yeah, you can see the jump reset helps you do a lot of crazy things like climb rooms fast if you're good at the video game, which, oops, I'm not. Oop. Okay, don't know how none of those guys hit me, but I also didn't take a bunch of damage, so it's fine. Oh! Oh, those weasels. So these weasels are pretty RNG. They'll just target your current position. You can get lucky and get bounces off of them that help you move faster, or you can have that happen and they knock you back. Thanks, weasels. Ah, weasels are annoying, but we won't be seeing too much of them throughout the rest of the run. There's only like one other area where they show up, and it's pretty quickly here, because this split is my least favorite. It is, in my opinion, the hardest split in the run. And that's because so much fights happen here. So much fights, starting with this one. So this is just an arena against some pretty basic enemies. Oh, make sure we dodge our attacks. Good, 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 good. I want to stay in the air as much as I can to keep my heat meter so that I can use Stomper upgraded here. And oops, took a little bit of damage, it's fine. Ow, okay, 2 health. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna die already. Right, should still have high enough of a heat meter to finish the fight with 1 Chomper. Okay. Yeah, sorry, that fight is scary. If things go wrong, they can go quite wrong, but we are through, and now we're doing a sequence break. Ta-da, I just did it. So those red lanterns, you can hit them if you are within melee range, but you are also usually supposed to be having grapple here. And grapple lets you, grapple onto those red lanterns from a long distance away. But by using a background object, we can boost ourselves up. Hi, thank you for the damage. Did not like that. Oh, by the way, weasels in the middle of the fight. So much fun. Hi. Ooh. Okay. Need to keep my heat meter. This is slow. It's fine. Okay. Ooh, sorry. Held my breath there because I do not like the fights in this game. I am very bad at combat. But we have managed to get through that fight. And that gives us the quest item, the Scuffed Ganbai, which we'll need to deliver to an NPC in order to unlock. But yeah, basically, by just hitting a background object, specifically this background object, you can get enough height to get past or get up to those red lanterns without needing grapple. That sequence break lets us get the Scuffed Ganbai earlier than we're required to, which lets us do the rest of this Kabuto quest earlier than we're supposed to. So, and okay, I messed up the start of my cycle there, so I was a little nervous about that, but managed to get through that as well. Luckily, there is a nice bit of downtime here coming up, a little bit of auto-scrollers, and I will talk about a little bit of the strats and the history behind this section once I get up there, but yeah, this would be a good time probably to read a donation in a real marathon run, and in this run, I'm going to rest my voice for a little bit. For me, like a minute. Yeah. This section is basically an auto-scroller, and I'll explain it in a bit, but yeah. Don't know why that guy bounced all the way to the other side, but it's fine. Yeah, Kabuto Sumo, is this area. You are supposed to have grapple once again, because these drums in the middle are grappleable. However, the devs were so kind as to add those drums that you can see at the bottom of the screen that you can bounce off of to get up here without grapple, allowing for the sequence break to actually work. Before that patch, you could complete this without grapple. You just had to wait for the Kabuto to drop low enough for you to be able to get up in the air, which was not entirely consistent. So sometimes you would lose time just waiting for the Kabuto to drop low, which not great for speedrunning, unfortunately. But why did that one bounce all the way over there? Oh, that's unfortunate. I might just let him be. It's fine. He can chill. This section is basically just stay in the circle as long as possible and make sure they aren't in the circle as long as possible. So as long as it's one of me and one of them and I already have a lead, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, shoutouts to the devs for putting those drums in and making this section a lot more consistent to run. Also shoutouts to devs for this boss, even though I hate it, because it's really, really hard. This is probably the hardest boss in this run, and it is the Kabuto Sumo, so I might focus up the entire time here. He has a really deceptively large hitbox. So, make sure I avoid the snowballs. We'll be using 10 because Ken sits in one place and this boss sits in one place. Okay, he's going to fly up now, and this is the harder section of the run. So these, his hitbox is moving constantly during this section. So So yeah, it's, oh goodness, stop. His hitbox is moving constantly. It's really easy to run into him if you're trying to stay super close and getting a bunch of hits. Okay, it's fine. I didn't actually get off the heal. It's fine. I have enough health. Should be okay. Gold split. Gold split. Oh, gold split. Okay. Yeah. So I've put some practice into him recently because boy, oh boy. Yeah, that fight can absolutely wreck you. His hitbox is massive. It's constantly moving, and those little white circles that were chasing me. You can only get your jump off of them if you pogo. If you side slash or up slash, they get knocked away, but you do not get your jump back. So if you're trying to stay in the air, it is really hard with that fight. Nope, wrong dash. It's fine. But we have made it through. In fact, we made it through better than I've ever made it through before. So that's pretty good for a showcase run that I'm doing commentary on. Although, admittedly, I kind of stopped commentary for that fight because it is scary. But now we have the glide ability. And notably, we have the glide ability a little bit earlier than we were supposed to. Hi, Bo. Thank you. Yeah, glide is, I mean, it's self-explanatory. You glide. You can also use air currents to, keep you up in the air. And it is a requirement for the next area. And actually, I shouldn't use air quotes because it is a legitimate requirement for part of the next area. But we get it earlier than we were supposed to. So you're only supposed to get it after you come in back here, after you come back here with grapple. So now that we have gotten it, we can go and get grapple the normal way and then immediately go on to our next objective, instead of having to do some backtracking because metroidvania things. But yeah, so this is a nice breather. Back to Sakura City. Probably time for one donation quick here, and I'm going to rest my voice a little. No, sorry. We're just going to keep going because I do need to buy one thing at the shop real quick. Because Ken is not the best spell to use. In fact, I should switch to Chomper because I do need to use him in a sec. But the best combat Daruma is right back here, Jingu. So Jingu level 1 is pretty weak. Jingu level 2 is pretty weak. But when we give Jingu the Awakening Eye upgrade and get our tea kettle to the flame mode, Jingu has a really, really strong level 3. Jingu makes a little crawling hand come out, which automatically hones in on enemies, like crunches them, and deals a bunch of damage. Jingu level 3 is great DPS, so we're absolutely going to be abusing the butts out of Jingu for the rest of the boss fights in this run. And in addition, we're going to be using something else in the boss fights throughout this run. So this category that I'm playing is called Unlimited. The alternate category is any percent no major glitches. That means I am using glitches. I am using major glitches because I find the run much more fun when I can absolutely obliterate some of these bosses. And that's what I'm going to do. The main category that most runners play is no major glitches because they are more skilled than I am and able to, do the boss fights with relative ease. But, I want to just wail on the bosses, so we'll be able to trigger that once we get to the next boss in the boss lineup. So keep your eyes and ears out for that. But for now, Asahi is sad. Asahi is very depressed, actually. There's sort of a therapy theme in this game I like to joke about. And Asahi is the first instance. Asahi needs some therapy, man. He is very sad about something, and the only way to fix his sadness, which is like literally going to kill him if we don't, because he's a magic being that exists on vibes, we need to get him some music. We need to play for him this really like melody that's just invigorating and stuff. But the flute guy who plays the song, he lost his sheet music. So our next quest is to go get 3 pieces of sheet music. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to jump around through this area. Oop, hi. Bonk on some things. Skip some more things. And here is a quick arena to unlock yet another one. So this is going to be the donation time that I was kind of saying that was okay earlier. This is the donation. Yes. And also rest my voice, yes. Alright, so we got the 3 music sheets, and Kyoshi here is going to go toot toot on his little flute. Sorry. And that will awaken Asahi from his depression, bring him back into spirits, quite literally, because he's like a spirit. I should probably explain that. So, Bo and Asahi are both members of a fictional yokai species called Tentai Hana that are part flower and part animal. So, Bo is a fox lotus, for example. Asahi is a sunflower wolf. So it's a super cool and creative way. I've seen a lot of people make OCs. There's like a whole channel, I think, in the Discord for them. Because, yeah, game's great, art style's great. People want to be in this world, obviously, because it's cool as heck. And so we have just unlocked our grappling gun with another gold. Look at that. Oh, that feels good. And with our grappling gun, save warp back up here. And we now can, grapple off of these red lanterns as such. And that lets us go up to our next objective. So one of the big things with beating, with the plot, is that Gashadokuro is very angry. And like I mentioned, Asahi needed therapy. The Gashadokuro needs even more therapy. And the best therapists are the Kitsune, I guess, or something. Grab one of those for later. Whoop. Can I bounce off you guys properly? Goodness. It's fine. I don't really need health in the next section anyways. But yeah, so the Kitsune are really good at therapy. In fact, they have like a medallion or something. It's a Japanese thing. It's like the little talismans that you put on like the foreheads of the one character from Darkstalkers. And so we're going to get one of those so we can give the Gashadokuro some therapy. Kifuda. It's called the Kitsune Kifuda. I don't know if that's like... Okay. Just making sure I don't like die something stupid there. It's fine. Hi, can you jump at me? Okay, I need that guy dead, otherwise the procession won't continue. But while we're here, we might as well help out some people. And the person that we're going to help out here is Fumi, who is the bride-to-be at a wedding. So the way the wedding was blocked, and so we are going to escort her to the wedding. Fumi goes zoomy, as I like to say, because if you hit this little lantern, Fumi moves faster. Thank you to the devs for adding this. So this isn't an auto-scroller, and you can legitimately speed it up by hitting this lantern and telling Fumi to go zoomy. Ta-da! She is at the wedding, and we're going to leave. Bye. Because, spoiler alert, not only was the bride late to the wedding, the groom is also late. And she tells you that if you follow her in there. She's like, where is my husband? Oh, he must be trying to go get that therapy charm. Oh, that's so dangerous. It's in a really dangerous place that's like super infested with bugs and spiders and ew. Which, true, ew. But we're going to go get that now because that is our next quest. And so normally, once you get grapple, break the blue thing, please. Thank you. Once you get grapple, you're supposed to come back here after you get dash, which lets you get over, or glide. Sorry, you're supposed to come back here after you get glide, which lets you get over one gap in particular. There is another way around it, and in fact, it's an intended sequence break to get through it. The developers, there's a little line of dialogue from one of the characters if you manage to do it. That's like, huh, you were not supposed to be here. But we need glide anyways later on in Kitsune Burrows, so we go get glide first and then come back to Kitsune Burrows later. This way. So yeah, Kitsune Burrows is where the next bit of quest is. And if you are arachnophobic, there are quite a few spider-like enemies here, as well as one boss at the very end who is, you know, it's just straight up a spider. So arachnophobia, minor arachnophobia warning for now, medium arachnophobia warning for later. I'll shout that out again when it's actually time for the boss. But in the meantime, we come down here and meet Mochi, who is another Tentai Hana, who's a rabbit black orchid, if I remember correctly. And Mochi has been down here tasked with exterminating the bugs, but that's a little too much for him. He's not having a great time with it, so he decides to enlist us for help. And he gives us an upgrade to our dash. This is one of the strongest abilities in the game. It is the Tsuki dash. What it is it is iframes at the start of our dash. So we can now dash through enemies, dash through objects like these pink laser lantern things, and specifically this ability is a major glitch, or at least it has a use in a major glitch that we will see pretty soon, but not right now. Trust me, no, it's pretty cool. It's very nice to be able to. Whoop, okay, dash the wrong way. That's fine. Yeah, Mochi's like, all right, there are three little bug nests in here that you need to destroy. Doing 3 little challenges, you know, 1 for each nest. And I say, well, what if I was just a really good exterminator and knew how to aim at off-screen targets? So, oh, I couldn't get the upsies. Hi, can I poke off of you? Sorry, I'm not used to doing that backup. I usually just get up here first try, but there we go. There's a quick backup. That's the only one of the 3 bug nests that we do on screen in the intentional way, because the other 2, you saw me do one earlier, and then this one, yep, you heard the little dun 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 on the little Japanese guitar type thing. That means I hit it off screen with a really cool angle and a really cool shot. So that lets us complete that quest way faster. And Mochi gives us another ability, his signature ability, which you saw him use in his first cutscene, the Mochi Mallet. It is a ground pound ability that lets you go through some of these little background buckets with the pink smoke in them. That's sort of like a gimmick of this area. And we are immediately going to not do that, save and quit, because I can use that to teleport all the way back down to where I first met him in that shrine that I saved at like 5 minutes ago. Not even 5 minutes ago. This is actually a really short split, but yeah. So now that we have the dive ability, we can also break floors with it, which we are going to do later. But for now, there is another side thing that we're going to do first. So you remember I mentioned we can come back to the weaponsmith to get our staff upgraded. There is a secret back entrance to the weaponsmith from right there in Kitsune Burrows. So we come back here to Kogi, and he gives us the first upgrade. So we have level 2 stick. That's the highest we're going to get. I think you can get up to level 4, I want to say. But I haven't done that since I casually played the game like 6 months ago. So, it's optional to speedrun because you don't actually complete the quest to rescue the blacksmith. So we just get the highest upgrade that you can get without doing that, and that will carry us through the end of the game. With some of the charms that we've been collecting along the way as well. Some of those charms are really good for fights and help your damage, you know? But we have now descended into the red part of, hi, out of the way, jerk. The Kitsune Burrows. They're trying to set up for a thing here. And then not making it. Oh, okay, that's awful. Okay. Need to be able to hit a pretty precise line up here. There we go. That skips doing a little puzzle in another room, and obviously skipping puzzles is pretty fast. We're going to do a lot of that because speedrun. Like this. This is a puzzle skip right here as well. We just, again... We just don't need to. We just don't need to. So, coming on through, turning this wheel will get us into the last little bit of movement where there's probably room for like one donation or comment from a hypothetical host before... Actually, hold on, because this area has a cool new setup that I hope to be able to get. This was found like within the last week. So hopefully I can get the lineup for this. I don't have it memorized. I just go based on vibes. Oh, first try. Heard the noise. Didn't get the upsies, but we still managed to skip doing a little side room there. And by just getting an angle on the projectile there. So yeah, the big bad of this area has been sealed away. And so we need to light all of these little fireballs in the background in order to unseal the boss. So, boop, get that. That one's also unintentional. You're supposed to fall down, but by ground pounding in a specific place, you can stay up on the ledge and get into that. Okay, so yeah, now it is Arachnophobia warding medium, because she's still stylized. She looks like this really cool art style and stuff. But this is Jorogumo, which is a spider yokai. Very spider, spooky, and got a bunch of legs and stuff. So if you don't like that, she's going to be big on screen. Look away for about a minute or two. I can also say when she's defeated. Yeah, just throw that there. She's a spoder. Jorogumo, here she is. And this is the first boss that we will be completely cheesing. So I probably don't need a lot of focus during this fight, although I kind of do. But basically, just know that her entire head is like a hurt box. Nope, hey, hold on, make sure I get this. Okay, there we go. I am now set up to just win this fight. We're going to go upsies. And... Oop, I forgot to switch to Jindu, who's better at this fight. Make sure I stay in about the middle of the room. Oh, I sniped her. Yes, let's go. Oh, I fell. Oh no, that's really bad actually. Can you shoot at me, please? Okay. Yeah, using that bug, I can get back up to her, which is what I need because I don't want to be dealing damage to the boss. Okay, let's explain. That is Invincibility Glitch. And that is the reason why I play on Unlimited instead of no major glitches. Because Invincibility Glitch is a pretty major glitch. And, you're invincible. You do take damage from spikes, like on walls or floors, but there just aren't any in that fight. So if you can maintain Invincibility Glitch throughout that entire fight, you win. Like, she cannot damage you. So, it's really cool. The way Invincibility Glitch works is that the Tsuki dash that I unlocked earlier gives you iframes at the beginning of your dash, which end once your dash gets about 2/3 of the way through. Oh, you are like right in the way, please. Okay, managed to avoid him. Whew. But basically, by canceling out the dash, by stomping, by using the ground pound, you can also do this by grappling, although there aren't always grapple points. But by ground pounding, you can cancel out the dash, which stops the flag that removes your iframes. So I keep my iframes forever. This will stop if you transition through certain rooms like that, or if you dash again, because then the dash goes, okay, let's take away your iframes again. So the big caveat to Invincibility Glitch is that you cannot dash or you will lose it. So it's not really great for platforming challenges where you need to dash a lot to go fast, but for bosses who tend to be more stationary, you can just sit on top of them and just... It's great. I love it. And so by doing that Invincibility Glitch, we have defeated Jorogumo and freed Iwao, who's the husband over here. And so Iwao and Fumi are going to get married, with Bo just kind of... He's just kind of there in the middle of the wedding, just like looking around like, yeah, this is a wedding. Okay, now I need to get dialogue in. And for helping both of them to get to their wedding, Iwao gives you the Kitsune Kifuda, which is the little talisman that is basically free therapy. And Bo doesn't need it. Bo's a chill little guy, but we'll hold on to it for later. It is like important to the main story. I'll spoil it. Gashadokuro is like a being made of pure like malice and hatred, and he gets stronger from malice and hatred. He needs therapy. He really needs some therapy. So we're going to use the little therapy talisman and give that to him. But before we can do that, make sure I unequip this because it makes me take double damage. before we can give that to him, we need to be able to like get to him, and he is, you know, a giant skeleton man. So it would be really helpful if, say, there was a race of people in this game who could fly, like bird people, like the Japanese myth of the Tengu. Oh right, those do exist in this game, and they live for some reason in a cave. Ow! Make sure I get my dash back. And so they live in this cave down here, the ice caverns. And we're going to go to the Tengu and be like, hey, yo, there's this giant skeleton that's like destroying things. But I am like the protagonist of a video game, and I can stop him. Could you help me maybe stop the Gashadokuro, your race of bird people who can fly and are also like really good warriors? And they're gonna say no, lol lamau. Do some really hard trials in order to gain our favor or whatever. And so, you know, it's a video game. We'll do that, fine. And that leads to two of the hardest platforming sections in the entire game, the West and East trials of the ice caverns. And the hardest one is the first one, in my opinion. I am not a fan of the West trial. I find it really hard to do in a speedrun setting, even in a casual setting too. So we talked to Ko here. Ko is like, hey, this is the trial. If you do this, my homies will like help you out and stuff. Because Ko is the only Tengu who like believes in bow. So he's helping us out. The other ones are like, yeah, this little tiny little guy. Yeah, he's not helping us, but we're gonna prove him wrong. We're gonna be really cool, and we're going to use Ken to quickly destroy some of these little ball things. I don't know what to call them, but you break through them and they're open. So yeah, Ken helpful for that. Okay. So yeah, this section is a lot of spikes, a lot of enemies, a lot of precise movement, and specifically some of the most annoying enemies in the game. So these bats that chase you are annoying. These paper airplanes, don't know where I'm going. It's fine. I'm going into spikes. That's less fine, actually. Go away, bat. Thank you. So yeah, those paper airplanes that chase you, they self-destruct if they get too close to a wall, which is a giant explosion that does damage to you as well. Like that. Except it didn't deal damage to me, which is good. Ow. It's fine. Ow. Less than fine. One of the big things that makes this area so... Oh, no. Okay. More damage than I wanted to take. Optimally, you do this section without saving at the end. So you do not get a health refill. You do not get to... you don't get to save, so if you die, you go all the way back. It is rough learning this game, I'll be honest. But... So I'm trying my hardest to maintain my health level right now, which is a little stressful because, you know, we run out of enemies eventually, and I don't want to like spend time fighting them because, you know, it's slow. But hitting them is the only thing to refill my mana, which is the only thing I can do to get more health. But we're through. Hi, thank you. We're going to get 3 more of these little balls to hit. And we will next go to another boss fight. Actually, this is not one of the boss fights that I do with... I was trying to hold glide and I just missed it. This is not one of the boss fights that I do with Invincibility Glitch, surprisingly. Because this boss does like to move around a decent amount. So I'm just going to fight him mano a mano. This fight shouldn't be too hard, probably. Haha. It is time for Luigi. I call him Luigi. His name's Soko, but he's Luigi. You'll see why later. But this is the Luigi fight. Oh, I fell down. Oh, that's so bad. We're losing out on a bunch of damage here. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I am trying to focus. Again, I don't have Invincibility Glitch on here, so I can die if I was too stupid, but we should be able to finish him pretty quickly in like this phase, maybe the next. Okay, the next. Fine. Ta and da. Oh, that saved quite a bit of time over PB. I like that. Yeah, that is the first Tengu fight. Now, if you can't tell by the name of my splits, or the fact that I've been foreshadowing that there might be more to Luigi than, meets the eye, or the fact that, my splits have names and you can see my splits right now, there's some more fights with Tengus coming up. But first, we get our final major ability of the game. That is wall climb. So you might think that's pretty basic, like, why do you actually need this? It's really fast, actually. It's really fast to climb up the walls. And so it might even be good to get this even if it wasn't required, but it's also required. You cannot beat the East Trial, my camera's flipped, without having wall climb. So yeah, we get wall climb. It's a pretty good ability, and it is now East directions. Yeah, East Trial time. I always confuse East and West. Sorry about that. West. Oh, East. I thought you said West. But yeah, East Trial I find significantly easier than West Trial. There just aren't like a bunch of really obnoxious enemies to fight. It's more like super precision platforming, and I like that real good. Oop. I say as I almost get crushed by an ice block. It's fine. Don't worry. It's fine. We're going to do a little skip in this room where we hit this icicle, which gives us our dash back, which lets us get over here faster than we otherwise would be able to. Get over here, up, down. Yoop. So yeah, you can see right here that you need to go up, which you do a lot in this section. Can I make this cycle? Yeah. Oh, I was actually too fast for the cycle. Big sad. It's okay. We'll heal up and just do it again. So yeah, wall climb lets you go up the wall very fast, which is good, which is real good. And with that, we're making our way up West Trial. Yeah, West Trial is legitimately still spooky. Like, I can absolutely die here if I do something dumb, but it's also pretty cycle based thanks to these rotating dudes. I'm gonna miss a cycle there because I just paused a little bit. But so yeah, it's still like scary in terms of a speedrun. It's just not like a bunch of really dumb enemies that I hate and cause me to cry myself to sleep every night. But it also does just have like really fluid movement, and I immediately mess up the fluid movement because I was talking about the fluid movement. There we go. I'm going to heal off of this yellow guy here. Or at least get enough juice to go heal in a safer place. Because this is not a safe place. Here is a safe place. Okay. Because once again, optimally, you do not heal when you go through this section. Or you do not save at the very end of it. You just have your own standard health pool. And you don't get to save, which means if you die, you also reset. So very spooky. Again, you can not do that if you're learning, but whew, that was maybe a little too close for cover. But hey, we have done it. Full health, very good. Full health, full health. I am starting to sweat because this one is actually looking good, and I'm commentating and getting like good times. I don't know what's going on here, but. Welcome back, Luigi, and if you couldn't have guessed, here we also meet Mario. So first there was just one bird. This fight is 2 bird. So it's twice as hard, and actually not really, because having 2 of them actually changes some of their patterns a little bit, like this one in particular, which is really nice that they changed it up, and you can slap them a bunch and then accidentally do something stupid here, that's fine. Again, I'm not using Invincibility Glitch. This is the last fight that I won't use Invincibility Glitch for, because this fight tends to be pretty easy and simple. Come here, please. But yeah, it can get a little complicated with, having 2 enemy attacks to worry about, but so long as you do the fight pretty consistently, their cycles tend to always do the same thing. so I tend to know, exactly what they're going to do here. Oh, come on. Where are you? Spawning wind phase, and he's dead. Good. Another gold! Another gold! What am I on? I'm commentating right now. How is this getting golds? Whatever. With Mario and Luigi defeated, that is the second feather key. I did not mean to grab that. That's time loss. We'll grab this, though. That's also time loss, but I cleared out the chest. It's fine. It's like half a second, whatever. Because now that we've fought one bird, and then we've fought two bird, without looking at my split names, can you guess what we're going to fight next? My split name's definitely high. Spoil it. Because we are going to fight 3 bird. But this fight is one that I use Invincibility Glitch on, because the big boss, the third bird, who doesn't have he doesn't really match the color scheme of any Mario character, unfortunately. And also there's not like Mario and Luigi and like third one, I guess Wario, but then where's Waluigi? Waluigi deserves representation too. Waluigi for Smash, shout him out. But yeah, so he's just a Daitengu. Luigi and Mario, so Luigi Mario. But Daitengu has some pretty mean attacks, and he likes to coat his entire hitbox in some invincibility juice, or hitbox juice. So he's a little bit mean like that, but I missed the fine. Yeah, what you can see here, he's glowing orange around the outside. That means his entire hitbox is a damage box, but also invincibility glitch. So his entire hitbox is not a damage box right now, or at least I don't care about it. So we can just sit inside of him, and conveniently, all 3 of these enemies share a single health pool. So by just hitting the Daitengu, we are also dealing damage to Mario and Luigi. So we don't actually need to focus on them, and we can just wail on the Daitengu, who stands mostly still in the center of the arena throughout the fight. Makes this fight super duper easy with that invincibility glitch, and that's one of the main reasons I play on major glitches allowed, because it's so much fun to just wail on these bosses that absolutely obliterated me casually, and even obliterated me before the invincibility glitch was discovered. But it is discovered, and I use it. Hooray! The next boss, however, is one that we won't be using invincibility glitch on, because it's not like a fighting boss. The next boss is a platforming boss. So we'll unequip our thing that makes us take double damage, because that will legitimately destroy my entire run here. It's fine, don't worry about it. I unequipped it, we're good. So, Vermilion Stranger, who is our fast travel system, and also she's an alien. Like, canonically, she's just an alien. Like, she's not a yokai, she's an alien. The Don type stuff, but this came out before Don, so they did it first. Bo did it first. But yeah, she is also, a good alien. She helps us with fast travel and gives us little noodle mommy hugs. But now that we have convinced the Daitengu to help us, we completed his trials. Daitengu's like, yes, man, I swear I'll help you. I'll come and help you fight the Gashadokuro. And just in time, because the Gashadokuro has showed up in Sakura City and is destroying one single statue in the city. He's very, very precise about his destruction, but it is destruction nonetheless. Again, Gashadokuro is a being fueled by hate and vengeance and anger and despair, and again, man just needs some therapy. Luckily, we do have that Kitsune Kifuda, which is therapy, basically. So we're going to give that to the Gashadokuro with the help of our friend Ko. Ko is the Tengu who believed in us. He's also the only one to show up. Like, we went through 2 different trials to get the Daitengu to go, yeah, man, I'll help you out. The Daitengu doesn't show up here. He just doesn't. Like, man lied. Man straight up lied. God, what a jerk. I mean, I guess I cheated to beat him, but, like, still, you say you're going to help us fight the giant skeleton man made of anger and rage? Show up to help, Daitengu. Come on. Not cool, bro. Yeah, Gashadokuro is very angry, and, Ko dies trying to get us to the top, but it turns out Ko wasn't really needed. There is actually a much easier way to get to the top. Ow. A much easier way to get to the top that I'm going to show off here in a second. So you can just bounce on those guys to get around the fire and skip a little bit of the platforming section. But the main event, the big thing is right here, where if you stay off the ground and his foot doesn't count as the ground, and you let him step on you, that triggers a void out, which takes you back to the most recent checkpoint. Since I didn't touch the ground in front of Gashadokuro's foot, it doesn't actually trigger the checkpoint, and therefore my checkpoint is still all the way at the top of Gashadokuro. So basically, when he steps on you, you just teleport all the way to the top, which is amazing. Ow, it's fine, because we're going to get stepped on. Boop. And once again, oh! Okay, that's a little weird thing that can happen sometimes, where he just, glide! Where was my glide? Oh, and those enemies were right on top of me. What? I don't know why my glide didn't come out there. Oh, we have to do the fight again. Oh, we have to do the fight again. That's so sad. Oh, that's so sad. Okay. It's fine. We'll make it through. We'll make it through. Oh, hi. What? Down pogo. Down pogo. Down pogo. Down pogo. Buddy. Down. Down. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Okay, we're good. Some of that wasn't my fault specifically. I don't know why the game sometimes just doesn't respawn you at the actual checkpoint. It respawns you like off to the side. But I tried to recover from that and it just didn't, which, oops, it's fine. I also didn't get stepped on there. Oops, make sure I dodge that. Please step on me. Thank you. There we go. Okay, so now we can get back into it. Hopefully able to show off the second one where he steps on you again and teleports you to the right place, and then I don't die to a little bit of a... the ghosts will chase you up all of Gashadokuro. Like, they will follow you to the very top. They are very rude like that. Hi, step on me, thank you. So yeah, we gotta be able to do this pretty quick before they can catch up. Okay, this time we got it. That is a little embarrassing to have just barely failed that first one, but oh well, we're inside the Gashadokuro's head. We're going to push the therapy charm right into his like glowing weak spot, and that is the end of that fight. So my split, my auto split's a little off for that one, so we're definitely losing time, but I made it. I got to show off the step on me strat more, which I like. It's a really funny strat. Like, you think that like climbing up him is like the entire point of the boss, but no, you can just cheat. That's also not a major glitch. That's just a checkpoint respawn. We use checkpoint respawns a ton throughout the game, but especially in this ending third. So that is the Gashadokuro boss done. And now that the Gashadokuro, who's like the big, like scary, like, oh, this guy is going to destroy the world. Now that that threat is done, the plot sort of goes, so we've been giving you hints now that, like, something's up. The Gashadokuro doesn't just exist. He was summoned. By who? So we're going to go into the Sakura Shogun's palace and be like, hey man, like we saw at the very beginning of the game, he spawned from like behind your palace. What's up with that? Where on earth did this guy, this giant evil skeleton man come from? Also, why didn't you do anything about it, Sakura Shogun? He has like 3 mythical artifacts that make him like super powerful and stuff, and he just like didn't help? Like, it was all up to Bo to do this? So, like, that's a little weird, right? So we're gonna go talk to him. He also doesn't want us to talk to him. He made a bunch of like mechs of things, including this is like a mech technically. And it's the only one that I'll fight of these without Invincibility Glitch because they do power up later on, which is annoying. But hey, managed to perfect that one, so you know, a bunch of lasers. But yeah. The way the Sakura Palace is like formatted is it is 3 different battle floors, which each contain 2 sides where you have to go turn on a laser to trigger the elevator to turn on. And there's some cutscenes associated with that. Specifically, for all 7 lasers, once the final laser like hits the right switch, it pans over the elevator. It shows a little axolotl girl like cheering for you, which is really cute, but it's slow. So what we do in the speedrun is instead, camera? Oh, camera? Okay, we're just gonna reset back to checkpoint. I don't know what happened there with the camera. That was interesting. I may report that to the devs. The devs are pretty good about fixing bugs like that when they are reported, so I'll be able to show that off because I'm recording this one for the submission video anyways. But yeah, Shoutouts to Trevor for fixing all the glitches that I find, because I am quite good at finding the glitches, apparently. But yeah, by triggering the start of the laser and then running into it, that makes us die, and that skips the cutscene. So you've seen me do that 3 times. Hopefully I'll be able to get all 7. Some of them are easier than others. But we are now on to floor 2, and the floors will get progressively more difficult, as you would expect with like video games and stuff. So also, I mentioned like way earlier ago that the devs are fans of Celeste. So meet Kevin. Shoutouts to Kevin. This is Kevin. You may recognize him if you have played Celeste. Kevin is also in Bow. There are lots of Kevin in Bow, actually. Kevin is pretty... Ow? Kevin is not pretty out. Kevin is pretty okay. But that arrow is out. Anyways, yeah. No, Kevin is cool. He shows up a bunch. And he will help us do things. Although I also skip some Kevins with the power of invincibility glitch, which also makes this next fight totally free. What? Grapple. Okay. I mean, I can't dash, but I can grapple still. So. These fights are just annoying, and so I'm going to skippity-doo-dah, skippity-day, and just ignore them. Make sure I get in the laser as it spawns. That way we can skip the cutscene once again. Good stuff. Good stuff. My pet tortoise is going a little wild. I need to not look at him or think about him, but he's so cute. He's a little tortoise. He's my pet tortoise. His name is Jim. He's a Russian tortoise. He's cute. He eats lettuce, like most tortoises. I don't know why I needed to specify that, but I don't know. There's also a really cool thing that you can do here without even using invincibility glitch. So yeah, the start of each laser doesn't have a hitbox on it. So you can just kind of slide down the wall because all the starts of the lasers are on the same side. And that lets you skip that section without invincibility glitch. AKA you can do it in no major glitches, but this is major glitches or unlimited. And I'm going to abuse that and then abuse that so I can absolutely wail on this satellite enemy. And then also wail on this little wheeled samurai mech dude. Because you need to be able to beat them in order to continue on with this section. Okay. Okay. Whew. And just keep the crystal with me. And got in the laser as the cutscene started. Good. Oh, okay. Respawn in the laser again. Okay, Trevor, you might have... Trevor, there might be a couple of little glitches going on right now. Luckily, doing the save quit fully heals me. You can see I have full health now, so... Like, cool. But yeah, that was a little weird. This game is very good, even if it does have some bugs here or there. But those will probably be patched out within like a week. So, shoutouts to the devs again. Oh, also, that was not an invincibility glitch. Again, that's just me going through the beginning of the lasers. Also, this is a cool trick that is also not an invincibility glitch. Remember, you get invincibility on the first few frames of your dash. So, you can dash through that and skip using the Kevin to go all the way up. Once again, invincibility on the first frame of the dash. That is in logic. That is normal. But yeah, no, there are lots of really cool tricks that you can do, especially in this area once you have all the abilities unlocked. Like there's a Ken Pogo you can do in this room if you're good. I'm not good, so I don't do it. But notably though, if you do want to learn this game casually, you don't have to do pretty much any of this. You can do all of the rooms vanilla like I'm doing right now. You just need to do them fast. Like that's all there is. There are no major like required tricks. Even the sequence break earlier, in order to get glide before grapple. That's not like actually, well, one, it's not super hard. But two is that you also don't need to do it. Like it does save time, obviously. It's why, you know, I do it in the speedrun, but it doesn't save like that much time where not doing it is like run over. You know, you could very much go through the vanilla route, use Vermilion Stranger to warp over to Megumi Mountain, and then... Okay, I managed to get the death, cool. Warp over to Megumi Mountain, and then, you know, do the game as normal from there. So it's legitimately very, very beginner friendly, but also does have a pretty high skill ceiling. So, like low skill floor, high skill ceiling, like the optimal place for speedruns to be, in my opinion. And this game hits that. Also, it looks good and sounds good. So, you know, there's that. Also, it is good casually too, so, you know, Bow's got a lot of things going for it, you know? Oh, okay, ledge grab, there we go. Ow. Let's go heal to taunt him, so I need him back on this side. Alright, because he lets us get up here, and go do... Oh, okay. So, unfortunately, you do need the laser to not be above that little wooden stake. If the laser is above the wooden stake, it hits you as you go down before you hit the wood. And that's not good. So, so I was just a little bit too fast. I'm going to be a little bit too fast here as well. Oh, that's not a wall you can wall jump on. Okay, I didn't know that. But yeah, now the laser's below it, and we can keep on going. This is the last room of the down. So 1, 2, sorry, I need to count here. 1, 2, 2, 3, 1. And intentional death to trigger that. Sorry, yeah, that's a really complicated puzzle. It was like super hard for me casually, but speedruns just go 3, 1, 3, 1, and you beat the puzzle. So with that, we have now completed all 3 floors. Gold split! Yo, what are these golds coming out in a run where I'm doing commentary? Also, in a run where I'm getting glitches that I have to report to Trevor after the run finishes. I can't forget that. He'll fix them. He'll patch them out. The devs are super good on this game. Have I mentioned that? The devs are super good on this game. They held like a speedrun showdown where they tried to beat each other in a speedrun with me and 2 of the other speedrunners of this game, Spike Doje and Viz, commentating it. It was so much fun. Oh, I love the devs. This is great. I love it when devs interact with their communities and like support them and all that good juice. But spoilers, Asahi's very much like evil now or something. Actually, doing the lore, he's not evil. But he does not like that Kyrie brought us up because he has been working with the Sakura Shogun this entire time. In fact, Asahi is the one who spawned the Gashadokuro in the first place. It is his fault. And so he does not want us to get up there and confront the Sakura Shogun. Or maybe he does, but he's being a little tsundere about it. And in fact, he's going through a so tsundere that he turns into Badeline. So I remember the devs like Celeste. Yeah, the devs like Celeste. Asahi also likes Celeste. So he is a Badeline fight, and it's really fun. And there are a lot of different super aerial techniques you can do like that, which you've seen me going through. A little bit of a slower section here, but it's fine. Yeah, it's literally just like the Badeline fight, but with Asahi, and with Bow's really, really good aerial mechanics. Like, I know Celeste also famously has really, really good movement tech, but Bow also has really good movement tech. Like, trust me on this one, guys. Bow has, like, great movement tech. So, this Badeline... Oh, I didn't get the distance I needed there. It's fine. Whoop. Down. All right, get some distance. There we go. That hit him. Whoop. Okay. Whoop. Actually, dash the wrong direction there. Trigger invincibility glitch because we do have to fight this guy while Asahi is like attacking us constantly, and Asahi will like reset us back to a checkpoint, which we don't want to have happen. So I play this safe and just fight the enemy with invincibility glitch. If you are really, really good at this game, there is actually a way to get all the way up without triggering that wind at all, which is cracked. I do not know how some of the other runners do it, but it's possible. But yeah, they're all really good at this game. You should watch them too. But watch me finish this little Badeline ascent first. Hi, thank you. As we'll go through, hopefully not taking like any more damage or problems. Even though this third room is almost certainly the hardest. I just jump there. And, okay. Got a good hit on Asahi there. Bonk. Well, this room in particular causes me a lot of struggle, but you're supposed to go over, but if you dash... Whoop, okay. Actually, I just want to die here. Whoop, because the checkpoint is up here. Yeah, if you just dash under the spikes, then you jump up, you can hit Asahi just barely, and it saves going, the long way around, like you're supposed to. And that brings us to the last hit on Asahi. Ta and Da. In Unlimited, where you can use Invincibility Glitch, that is basically the final boss of the game. There is, an actual final boss, but with Invincibility Glitch, it is... I mean, it's easy, it's trivial, but there is still some, speed stuff that I need to do to make sure I'm, fast. So it's not like speedrun trivial, but it is like not like run ending trivial. You know what I mean. So yeah, this is the Sakura Shogun. I'm gonna do that one more time. There we go. Now I'm really confident I got it. So basically now, as long as I don't dash, he just cannot deal any damage to me, which does make some of these sections a little bit slower and harder, but I'm going to intentionally do some stuff to try and, you know, hit him really quick and good and fast. And also be able to, like, you know, phase through his sword and stuff. Okay, can you go to the far end? Cool, I like this pattern much better than the other one. There's also, you know, a little bit of RNG in him, as I kind of just alluded to, but yeah, no, so this is actually a 6-phase long fight. It is pretty brutally long, especially in a casual playthrough. But, you know, Invincibility Glitch, we're just going to wail on him. Unfortunately, this attack doesn't really have a good way of skipping it. You just have to like go around and hit all of his monkey men clones. Okay, yep. And there we go. So unfortunately, I did have to destroy most of them before he went back, but phase 2 done. On to phase 3. Which is phase 3, all the odd phases are pretty much the same. His attacks just get more difficult, but it actually means that I have more time to hit him, actually. So, you know, speedrun good. So I'm going to stand over here, summon a hand. Please go all the way over to this side. Good monkey, good monkey, good monkey, good monkey. Yeah, I'm trying to manipulate him as well in order to do that. There's a decent bit of manip going on in this fight based on where he spawns, what direction he's moving, etc., etc. But this is probably the hardest of the rooms, because if you don't get on top of that platform, you don't get up to him, and then you are sad. But bonk, bonk, bonk. Good, got him. And now we get to wail on him with Invincibility Glitch for a little bit. Get a nice little air stall hover going on. And yeah, 2 phases left. Again, odd phases are all the same, but even phases, he takes you to one of the 3 like locations in the game in a special arena, and then you fight him, you know, in there, as he does different sets of attacks for each odd and even phase group. So please, all the way over here. Ah, damn it, monkey. Come on, monkey. Give me the good phase that I want, please. Okay. He was 1 hit away. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That's monkey. Just final boss things. Don't worry about it. And this phase is the easiest because you can literally just float straight up to him. Although at the same time, really, the last monkey. It was the last monkey. That's an unfortunate time loss, but yeah, a little bit of stinky RNG to monkey, but Sakura Shogun is now done. And so time's not coming up. There's a little bit of a final movement split, but this is the time to give out shoutouts. So first off, shoutouts to the executive producer of this game, Robert Moni, or Safazan, who is the reason I know of this game, because he was in a volunteer chat for SGDQ 2024 and was like, hey, plans fell through, I need a room to stay in. And I was like, oh, I am currently in a room. I can let you stay with me. So we went up. He was really cool. And of course he asked me like, hey, what do you run? What's your favorite type of game? And I'm like, Ori. And he's like, oh, you like Ori? Well, I happen to be the executive producer of a game that takes a lot of inspiration from Ori that's coming out soon that you might like. And I was like, oh, tell me more. And so yeah, it's thanks to Safazan that I am here today doing this run, which is so much fun. I love this game. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Shout out to all the other devs too, Chris and Trevor especially, for doing the speedrun showcase, for talking to the speedrun community, all that stuff. Shout outs to make sure I get in the air current. There's a lot of cycles in this bit, so I want to make sure I get over to the crane in time. Okay, ooh, good. Yeah, shout outs to other runners of this game. The main ones are like Spike Doje. There's Visuals, Safazan, not Safazan. I am a little flustered at this point, sorry. Spike Doge, visuals, Natie Sawayoshi, Mason, the new person whose name I have not yet memorized, but whose profile picture is an orange. Orange is my favorite color and also a very good fruit. You're cool. But yeah, everyone who runs this game, really cool. Small community, but cool community. And they're awesome. And yeah, time is in 3, 2, 1 now. So yeah, that is Bow Path of the Teal Lotus, any percent unlimited. I love this game, and it'll be great. I do think Sawayoshi has done Midwest Speed Fest events before. I'm pretty sure they're in Japan, but they've done like online ones. So if this is accepted, could probably get Sawa to join, jump in, do some comms, talk about how awesome this game is. But I don't know. I also do solo comms for my other games. Like I've been on Midwest Speed Fest with Pit People and Ori before doing solo comms, and I think those went pretty well, right? So, you know, yeah. Chris, art design, beautiful game. Trevor, lead programmer, super fun mechanics. Steph is on for introducing me. Milton, who's also an Ori level designer. Moy for the music. Like, I don't know, everyone in this list, but especially those top 5. So much work that they put in, and it's so much fun to play this game. So I really hope that I will get the chance to showcase this off at a Midwest Speed Fest event sometime soon, whether it be this one or the one in the place in Minneapolis that's coming. But the tune-up event is happening first, so it gets first dibs on having some awesome bow action. And also the plushie. It's a plushie, it's a little bow. He's just a little guy who goes a little zoom, just a little fast. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, week, month, year, and I look forward, hopefully, to seeing you at Midwest Speed Fest tune-up with Bow Path of the Teal Lotus, any percent unlimited. Until then, bye-bye!